Hello everybody. So this is Saturday morning at a retreat centre near Oxford, and after last week's update where it was a bit of a run around seeing loads of stuff, this is a bit different because we've got the Trustees Away Day in a couple of weeks' time, which is our annual opportunity to celebrate all that's happened and to think about what's coming down the line for us. So one of the things we will look at in that is your feedback from the staff survey. Thank you so much for doing it. I know it took a bit of time for some of you, but really appreciate all your comments and inputs. I love the fact that many of you say, when you asked about what do you dream about for FaithWorks, you say more of the Life Centre all under one roof idea. Excellent. We're definitely going to do that. But 3 or 4 other things jumped out. One is we need to be better known. Another one is, can you have a look at pay? We will. More management and leadership development training, please. And improve the cross-working around the projects. So we're already started with some of those, and they will definitely be part of the Trustees Away Day. But we're a Christian organisation, and so we'll also spend some time on the Trustee Day saying, God, what do you want to say to us? And so that's sort of a little bit of why I'm come here, to listen and to pray. And I'm not one of those people who think we're going to come down the mountainside with this is what God says. But the privilege of being a Christian is it's a relationship with Jesus. He wants to, he actually said at the Last Supper, those of you who know that these little verses, I don't call you servants, I call you friends. It's an extraordinary privilege, isn't it? So I'm not very good at sitting still, so I tend to look and I read and I walk. And one of the things you noticed here was the red kites. There's loads of them around here. They're becoming a little bit of a menace, like pigeons, but they soar. They just gently soar. And the other day, the leaves on the trees around here were really cascading down. And it was that sort of counterbalance of those two things, the soaring amidst all the stuff coming down. And it reminded me, because there's another bit in the Bible where God says that he will make us like eagles, soaring like eagles, as we put our hope in him. So my takeaway from that is we're going to keep praying and we're going to keep putting God first, and he will give us the strength even when there's loads of stuff coming at us. I then read a bit in Revelation, and the last book of the Bible, and the first bit of it is Jesus talking to the churches at the time and saying, this is how I see you. And actually he always starts with I know your deeds, and it's because that's going to sound like real headmastery sort of stuff, but no, he says it always starts with I see your hard work, your perseverance, your loving to serve. And I was thinking about how does that apply for us at FaithWorks, and actually probably says the same things. I know your deeds, how hard you work, how persevering you are, how you love to serve. And the word that came across to me was he delights in what we do. And I was just thinking back some of the things that we've come up last week. Last week, did you see the pictures of the little pumpkins beautifully decorated at the Thursday Club, and the candles that were put in them, and just the delicacy of that moment for some of those people? That I was in Poole, and there's a care home who through half term, each of the half terms, are providing sort of lunch bags for those who come in, a sandwich, a drink and so on. And the generosity of that. The community meals that have just started in Blandford, full to bursting in Christchurch. I think he might be saying, this is fun. I like being invited here. Please keep inviting me. And I'd love you to see us too. That's one of the things we're going to do from actually this week, is we're going to start our big scoreboard, which is just a way of us collecting from all of the different projects the big steps that people are going forward, so that we can go, wow, look at that, and to thank you for what you're doing about those. Then you also meet people here who have ministries in different places around the country. One of the ones I love, lady works at a church in Abingdon, and they have a prayer teapot. So they always put it out for when they have a mums and tots or a parents session, and if people want to pray about something, they just leave some paper and some crayons there, and they can write it down and then pop it in the teapot, and they know that those things will be prayed for later on that day. So maybe someone wants to pick up the idea of a prayer teapot. Another lady from the States, she says that in her town, in her city, the church there are saying their goal is that they want their home to be a city at peace with God. I like that phrase, a city at peace with God. Wouldn't it be great if each of our towns, Bournemouth at peace with God, Wimborne at peace with God, Poole, Blandford, Christchurch at peace with God. That's a great phrase. So on your next Wellbeing Day, maybe take a moment to stop and listen and look and see what God might be saying to you and to us. And then we jump back in, don't we? And next week, or this coming week, the money course starts in Poole. Well done, Carol. Thank you for getting that going. Some of the smart folk are going on that. And look out for two things. One, there's an email there there's going to be an email coming about some GDPR training. So just how we do data protection stuff, real simple 15-minute video. All jump in and have a look at that. That would be good. And don't miss the invite to the Christmas meal. It's got your opportunities for your menu and all of that sort of stuff, and it's being subsidised by the trustees. So thank you to them. Thank you to you. Have a really good week. And Christmas is, 9 weeks away now? Not long. See you soon.